Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the left side as the US player of LuckyStilet. Spawn on the left as his British ally, we have a foreign name. Spawn as the Wehrmacht player, we have Gravedigger, and spawning as the Panzer Elite player, we have Tsicalintra. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Tsicalintra, I think. We do have a barracks being deployed on out. We do have a jeep being deployed. Going for, I'm guessing, probably, could be another intersection, could be lieutenant, could be a Bren carrier. Who knows? It is a lieutenant. Of course, you need a lieutenant to get out Bren carriers. Don't see anything on the build queue just yet. Saving up his resources. Probably going for that missions point there with his lieutenant. Jeep has been deployed on out. This player pushes for squads forward. Scope rifle's getting this munitions point. He may be eyeing to pull out his command truck up here. This would be very bold. This is a little bit safer. Now Jeep is making his way forward. Maybe on get some shots there on the Pioneers. Pioneers get some shots in return. We got the intersection advance forward, forcing back the Pioneer squad. Panzer Elite players just going to be capturing the northern points. Lucy has got 3 Panzer Grenadiers out in the field. Now Jeep is doing some drive-bys. Over here we do have a Wehrmacht sniper, a very, very early Wehrmacht sniper. So see 2 Pioneers and 2 Wehrmacht sniper.
Jeep is ready.
Jeep does receive some bursts there. Probably a little bit confused like why he doesn't see anything more at the moment. Right now the map's pretty barren. They haven't seen a single Panzer Elite unit and they've seen Pioneers. That's it. So that may give an indication that his opponent has gone for a fast sniper. I'm not sure what he's saying about. He may have pinged something. Jeep received a bit of damage. And now we do have... Ooh. Mortar placement there? Okay, he's going to push forward his truck a bit more, but mortar placement's probably a little bit too far forward. Like, seriously, that's just pretty open. I would have threw it behind this hedge line if I was him.
We have the point, and we're damn well gonna keep it. Get through this. Recon ready. Rifle squad on the field.
So I got these forces pushing me forward, trying to throw some rounds into the Pioneer. Does get him out of the garrison. Get a grab to capture the central VP. What should each player should go for doctrines? It's clear that the US player will probably go for either infantry or armor. There's a good chance that the Brit will likely go for Royal Artillery. Scorched Earth for the Panzer Elite, very likely. And the Wehrmacht player does have a number of options. All 3 of the doctrines is good in team games. Blitzkrieg does provide some great sustainability. There and defensive both provide some good options as well, including off-map artillery, or off-map artillery strikes, I should say.
Munitions point under attack.
Deep and Pioneer engaging at close range. The Pioneers receive quite a bit of fire right there. Volks Grenadiers advancing forward. When the Pioneer models do go down, he needs to just fall back at this one time. He's not going to accomplish much, but the Panzerfaust does connect, and he may... Oh, trying to go tank trap to stop the Jeep.
Report we are losing a sector.
Over here, scope rifles advancing forward, trying to get that sniper. The Elite force away. Doesn't have time to use deploy designated marksman. We've got an early Bren gun deployed out as well. Doing some great damage there on the Volks Grenadiers and pushed forward by a lieutenant. Pioneer or engineers going for some landmines, very nice. And knock the Panzer Grenadiers, engaging the rifleman. He does suppressive fire ability on with the G43 squad, which will make him quickly win a fight that he was already going to quickly win with 3 against 1. Rifleman squad making soft retreat away. Does throw some bolts onto the Kettengrad.
Losing ground out there.
Riflemen are just going back off a little bit more as well. Panzer Grenadier is going to be pursuing. Very good. Down south, we got some more landmines being deployed out by the US player. Very, very nice. And Panzer Grenadiers are pushing pretty far forward, trying to claim this fuel point. Hasn't claimed a cutoff point for it. 222 deployed on the field. That's not a Kaliningrad. And he says T. I'm not sure what he means by T. He must have pinged somewhere. Incoming? I guess that's referring to the 222 armored car. Or he's going to go straight for a Cromwell. He may be, there may be eyeing on strategies to go straight for a Cromwell for the Brit. Bren squad does fall back. He could potentially button the 222 and then he used the mortar to hit that 222.
We finished construction.
And now we do have a field support truck.
Armored
It's
company on fast
deployed
deployment.
back onto his teammate's command point there, so I'm not sure what's being done. I also hear armor company has been selected for the US player. So let's switch over to the Brit. He has one command point, does spot the landmine there. Both landmines will be swept. Very nice. In the middle, the Brits captured the VP. Kaliningrad captured the strategic point, and Altitude's making his advance, forcing back these squads once again. Mortar placement hasn't really accomplished all too much, has it? Now here comes the forces advancing forward, who has some auto cannon fire onto the headquarters command truck. They will need to get some Pantrix or AT gun or something else rather than auto cannon fire to gauge that command truck. Over here we do have a half track? Going for the quad upgrade? And now, okay, that's what it's saying. Fast tank, not Cromwell Stewart. I don't know why my mind raced towards the Cromwell. Either way, Kaliningrad does go down. Now he can take time. He did take time to pack up the HQ command truck. He was wanting to get out of Stewart as soon as possible. Didn't want to even set up in the right location, or a more proper location. Stewart's advancing forward, trying to go for the Slit Trench. Slit Trench has received some fire, but Stewart will find, does get a button there with the Bren guns, does use the bullets to escape out of the Bren. But he's trying to back up the hill, does roll a miss there, that will save the 2 from going down. We do have the Wehrmacht, 2 Wehrmacht snipers, one has 4 kills, one has 2 kills. We do have the quad half track advancing forward. The quad half track is effective versus 222. Fresh squad of sappers. He got the Stewart before the sapper. You have a forward HQ deployed out here by the Panzer Elite player. It'll take a bit of time to destroy that. You can use the mortar to help him out.
The lads have finished squaring away those upgrades, sir.
Let's get the repair upgrade there. 2 sniper shots into the rifleman.
Ready for action.
And now the Stewart's making his way forward. Oh, can't crush the sniper. Almost found it. Either way, does lose take a shot there with the Stewart. Onto the Stewart with the Panzerschreck. We do have the repair sappers coming forward. The scope rifles are down to 2 members. Not really combat effective right now. And have some more landmines as well. He's asking him to get artillery. Not sure if he means artillery doctrine or just 25 pounders in general.
HQ command truck is ready for action.
Armor command truck being deployed on out. Switch over the Axis players. See if we see any doctrine lock-ins. Looks like nothing here. I think the Panzer Elite player has selected a doctrine. Yeah, a bit of dysfunctional teamwork for the Brits and the US player.
Completed upgrade, Commander. Logistics car interviewed.
Oh, we got a 223 deployed on out. Trying to claim some more income. Snipers gain some shots there on the Bren gunners. Stewart tank is making his advance. We do got at least one Pantrek shot or Pantrek deployed on out. He may be going for tank hunter with the number of panic strikes we have on the field. We got 2 repair sappers. You only need 1 for the overheals, but of course does net him good repairs in general. Wehrmacht sniper trying to use his buddies as bait. Need to make sure he's facing the right direction. It gives him faster draw time. Back 38 finds a shot there. Repair sappers can repair it up. Wait, that seems awfully fast. I was force fire on the ground.
Receiving you loud and clear. Spielwagen ready for mission.
That rate of fire seems a little bit high. I know there's a bug where you can increase your rate of fire of the pack by packing up and redeploy it, but that rate of fire seems absurdly high, much higher than normal. Could be mistaken about that.
Completed the upgrade, Commander. Logistics car in the field. Loud and clear.
Logistics, another logistics truck there trying to increase the income. Does get the munitions point secured up.
Loud and clear. Send.
And the fuel point as well. That point is not so great. He may have meant to pack up a supply on that fuel point there. Steward and Staghound advancing forward. Does get some pressure there on one of the Panzer Grenadiers. The allies do have a little less tickets than the opponent, but not by a large margin. Or that's the other way around. The Axis players have less tickets than the opponent. Still out of the way. Nothing critical at this moment in time. So that's not reinforce this scope rifle squad.
An enemy unit has fallen to our might.
Ooh, got a sniper shot there. Or nope, not a sniper shot. Yeah, it could have been a sniper shot from his teammate. Not sure what it was. We have 2 Staghounds and a Steward now deployed on the field. A lot of armor. His teammate does have a good number of Pack 38s, 3 Pack 38s. May want to get all some landmines. Does have some panic strikes, so it has a good amount of AT for those various light tanks. The Wehrmacht player may want to eye for some Nub
The enemy
Warfers.
will never be able to match the efficiency of our support command structure.
Support command has been selected, and Pantrix has been upgraded as well. Or no, that's the actual upgrade being researched, not the upgrade or the research. It puts around into the trench there. And I saw something about the Pack 38 acting weird. I'm not sure what though. It's saying cheating, but I'm not sure what he's seeing. Motorcycle does go down. Do have now the Panthers available. And we do have a doctrine selected by the Wehrmacht player. It is the Terror Doctrine, and it's gone for the Firestorm first, and soon the V1s will be available.
You're losing a sector.
Steward and Staghounds are advancing forward. He has 2 Staghounds. I see this AT gun on the mix as well. The 2 will easily get overran. Scope Rifle Squad down to 1 last model. Pack 38 does find a hit there on the Steward. Another Pack 38 has been deployed on out. The Brit has so far gone for an unknown doctrine so far.
Go ahead, send your message.
He's going ahead and repair up the Steward now.
Send your message.
Just more mortars firing on both sides. So actually, has the Wehrmacht player gone for a mortar?
The initiative
Guess not.
is ours. Victory countdown starts.
Patrick does roll a miss there. Snipers finding shots there onto the rifleman squad. He's pinging something about me. I'm not so sure what though. Rifleman squad needs to fall back sooner rather than later because he knows he's fighting against 2 snipers and there's 2 models remaining. 1 model remaining. Pack 38 does roll a miss there on the 2-2. Motorcycle charging forward, trying to spot these forces. Rolls a miss there with the Steward, but now the Staghounds and the 50 cal should be able to apart, no problem. And the motorcycle does go down. Pack 38 do get some shots there onto the Staghounds, but nothing too critical. or nor sustain any crits. Wow, that was a horrible joke. And does take out one of those U.S. snipers there. Very good. Grenadiers do fall back in time, got some repairs onto these light tanks and armored cars. Now a 25-pounder has been pulled out on the field. At this one time, a 25-pounder going to start barraging the space, which will be very handy. We do have some Panthers now being deployed up. Fairmark snipers may get spotted by these sappers. Sappers do spot one, does force them back. Is he talking about the Captain Sprint bug abuse? I don't really like seeing bugs, but he must really think his opponent is cheating. We do have the split trench there with the Piets along with them.
COs have what they need to call in artillery.
And he has gone for Roar artillery now, and the captain can now bring in some artillery from the trench. Only unknown doctrine right now is the Panzer Elite player. Let's keep him selected so we can see what doctrines may be going for. Staghounds advancing forward with the Steward. AT gun sitting on up to support the captain shooting that Panther.
Now have incendiary grenades at our disposal.
Incendiary grenades is a research, not a doctrine. U.S. snipers advancing forward, trying to spy out some good targets there. We do have the other Panther in this arena. Incendiary grenade has been from the trench. Apparently the riflemen were inside that trench as well. Good shots there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. Ooh, one of the snipers, U.S. snipers do go down. Patrick does get inside the trench there, but with one model remaining, can't sustain being there for long. Repair sappers advancing forward. And got a good hit there onto the repair sappers. Another Patrick squad does go down. Saying you, I guess maybe ping the trench for the rifleman inside, I'm guessing. Both Grenadiers are engaged by the AT gun. Now the second is going to be forced back against Volks Grenadiers, no problem. Unit Snipe do have something called on in here. I'm not sure what though. Oh, that must be Firestorm. Firestorm gets a good hit there, takes out one of the Staghounds, as well as a number of those landmines. There was actually a number of landmines in that region. Volks Grenadier squad, I believe, did retreat back in time. Yes, it did. Barely though. But it does take out one Staghound there, a number of landmines. Up north, we've got the Panzer Grenadiers seeing some more sniper shots there. Trying to deal with the slit trench with a rifleman inside. Now we do have a fresh mortar half-track. That should help clear out the trench. And we also got 25-pounder barrages trying to hit the Panther. Does decrew the Pack 38. Two Pack 38s are currently down as well. Ooh, that must be a creeping barrage. Not sure what down there. Looks like I also don't know. Three repairs happens quite a bit there. Staghound and Stewart trying to destroy these trenches. Does get one trench there. Piet squad is here to support as well. Pack 38 is quite wounded. And Lieutenant does go down. Scorched Earth has now been selected. 2-2 has gone down as well. Scorched Earth was likely a possibility. He's probably going down the Hummel line. You know, Hummel would help clear out this front line would be very, very useful indeed. M1 AT gun does get a good pen there onto the Panther. Throws a senior grenade there, does scuttle the trench, and does fall back to the Panzer Grenadiers. The snipers both in Vector C1, Sherman or Stewart tank advancing forward, but of course the Stewart tank has nothing on a Panther. Mortar half-track does receive a hit there. There's some good line of sight blockers for him. I hear artillery barrage. Looks like another creep barrage into this base. The 251 half-tracks have received quite a bit of abuse from it, but they do stay alive and get repaired up now. Grenadiers, however, will find a hit there from the creep barrage. That may be unplanned right there. Looks like he's going to destroy this structure, I think. Not sure why, but the structure is down. And looks like he's charging forward. He has potentially used a Captain Bug right there. Both these forces suppressed by the BSMG. Pack 38 now receiving some fire, trying to hit it with the rest of the, with 2 more Piet shots. He does take out the Pack 38 before he gets fully pinned there.
The enemy's stealing a victory point.
Warframe and Barrage raining on in. We do got Panther hitting these forces. The Mortar half-track is backing away. Panther's trying to make his way forward. Oh, I heard a landmine detonation, I believe. Something may have been spotted, but I'm not sure. He's asking if his opponent's map hacking. I haven't seen anything concrete myself. Does receive a end there by the 17-pounder. Just throw a couple rounds there and does take out one of the snipers. Incendiary Mortar does rain on in with the last known location of those snipers. Staghounds advancing forward. Panther Grenadiers are seeing quite a bit of damage from these Staghounds. Stuart is still alive as well. Forced back to the Panther Grenadier, no problem. Barely any health remaining. Panther does get a hit there onto the Stuart. Panther does connect as well. We are Veer 1.
The enemy is weakening even now. They have lost a unit.
I thought I heard a V1. Okay, no, the V1 is on... It's on off cooldown, but not cast. I must have heard some other rumbling sound. Maybe somebody's stomach. US sniper advancing forward, trying to spot. He does have enough munitions for the V1 rocket. These forces trying to advance forward. They're all quite wounded, barring one Piet squad. Fresh Pack 38 has been deployed on out. He does have Veteran C2 on his light vehicles. Here comes another Warframe Barrage leaving this region. Vet 3 just been deployed out. Does drop a Bren gun. Warframe Barrage rained on in over here, gains some damage. Does pick up the Bren gun and does get sniped immediately. So there goes the Bren gun and that squad. Medic charging forward, trying to claim some casualties. Over here, we have the motorcycle advancing forward. Vet 3 motorcycle, but should get ripped apart quite easily, though it's Veteran C3. And here comes the V1 rocket run. Where's the V1 going to strike? It's going to be here, or it's going to be here? Ooh, good hit there, but he didn't lose his squads. Thinks back there in the retreat state. By to the captain. And the 7-pounder does go down. Sniper does go down to the Volks Grenadiers. Stuka? I'm not sure what he's saying. Staghounds advancing forward. PS raining on in. Does take out the carcass there. He must have A move forward, but hit the A move on the carcass. Scorches the point. Does take out the Panther as well. And the carcass now being focused down, trying to prevent any sort of bird from taking recover. Warframe Barrage raining on in. Patrick squad getting forced back, fully annihilated. Now we've got these Panzer Grenadiers and the Panther pushing way forward. And down south we have the quad half track, AT gun facing the wrong way, a slit trench crewed by a captain. Pantrack shot does have 2 Pantracks, getting 1 good hit in, damaging and crit as well. And with the amount of forces here, it does get overwhelmed. They need some Hummels to help crack this area. Panther receives some shots there. Good hit there by the Pantrack, but does not take it out. Repair Snipers charging forward. We'll pick up the Pantrack. Maybe we'll finish off one of these Staghounds. Main gun destroyed. The Wehrmacht player does have enough for a Firestorm, so if he gets some good vision wherever these guys falling back to, he could perhaps call in on top of those Staghounds. Panther's quite wounded. We've seen quite a bit of fire from these Piets. Almost dead.
Carry on, your fallen brother struggle.
Looks like Zeal has been researched. It's usually one of the abilities you want to go first. It's a very good passive ability. There goes the Panther, and more Calliope barrages. 2 Calliopes raining on in this entire region. The structure will not go down. Receive quite a bit of damage. We have a Pack 38 here. Teammate has got a munitions and fuel point select being gathered. Does have Hummels available, doesn't have any Hummels just yet, and down to 1 Panzer Grenadier trying to repair up the central VP, but snipers being fired from all sides.
Panzer Grenadiers, form up.
Panzer Grenadiers are falling back to the far side of the structure. This structure has seen better days and less holes in the walls. I suppose it's just one hole, one giant hole. Wolferman raining on in does take out one of the Wehrmacht snipers now. Here comes the Wolferman barrage. Not sure where though. Goes a bit more over here. Does get some very sporadic damage. Panzer Grenadiers do suppressive fire onto the rifle squad, suppressing them. And looks like the rifle squad does pick up the Pantrack themselves. Very nice. Green barrage raining on in does miss the Wehrmacht sniper. And does get reinforced in the front line, but still got the 3 Staghounds here. He does have 3 repair snipers last time I checked. He needs some more Pantracks. That Pantrack, Grenadier advancing forward, but getting knocked around a bit. It does get suppressed there as well. Spreads fire and does fall back. Pack 38 is going to decrewed. And these Axis players are getting overran, aren't they? He's another pair of Panthers before it gets out of Hummel, honestly.
Entry point secured. No enemy contact.
Wolferman barrage raining on in. He gets some good hits. Just trying to repair up a victory point now. Will take a bit of time, of course. Does pick up the AT gun, or it's already picked up. His veteran C2 has already been picked up. Maybe get to a nearby casualty recovery station in order to get healed up. Looks like that is destroyed by the V1, however. Oh, great. More of that. So got a Wehrmacht Panther deployed on the field. No veterancy. 1 level veterancy now. We do have a landmine here, US landmine. This Calliope is severely wounded, and now here comes a Calliope barrage. Yeah, this Pack 38 was spotted thanks to the fact that this Calliope was receiving quite a bit of fire. So that's why he's able to target it while camouflage. Its squads are advancing forward. And doesn't get any shots off. Gets a lot of good point click shots there, but only looks like only 1 of them pinned. And Sappers are receiving some damage and suppression from the bunker now. It does force them back. And Grenadier squad advancing forward. Staghounds advancing forward as well. Half-tracks falling on back.
We can now unleash our propaganda war.
Panthers charging forward. We got the Panther support as well. Rolls a miss and does receive a sniper shot there from the US sniper. Eventually one at the moment. And now we have a Firefly deployed on the field. So he's gone for Stagions. He can't get the command tank to support it. We got the Panzerwerfer barrage raining on in. Not Panzerwerfer, Warferman. Getting some decent hits there, but overall the rounds just go everywhere. He may be saving up for Panthers rather than the Hummel. Wait. Is he just AFK? Just chatting and being AFK?
We can now booby trap buildings to
Yep.
confound the enemy.
And just map accusations now. Oh, by the way, this game's pretty much over. With one player back out of the game, I'm just going to fast forward the rest of it. I love how they just don't throw accusations. Warfman's charging forward. Since the AI not applies to the Panthers. And this game does go on a little bit longer. B1 looks like it was called in there.
Rank brothers and sergeant is available for assignment.
Oh, it looks like that player had Hotchkiss selected as well.
Tank grenades are available to eliminate enemy only when we work together with zeal as the Third Empire's
You cheated first, that means you're cheating?
completely destroy the enemy.
Either way, the AI is just playing around.
Once again. Achtung, the enemy is impacting. Come for Belair's victory points.
And it looks like that's the end of the replay, where he's finally backed out of the game.
We must protect our munitions from enemy advances.
I really hate the trash talking, all the toxic talking when I replay. I just don't like it. Either way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.